Hello, hello, hello. It is Kitchen Counter Oracle with a post full moon energy check-in for the air element. Almost said Aries. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aries, or an Aries could be dealing with you. Put it where it goes. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You get the spell. Womp, womp, womp. Anywhere in your chart. Da, 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 da. Disclaimers are in the description boxes of all the videos because I will not be dealing with anybody's triggered, unhealed bullshit. If I strike a nerve, energy is energy, and I'm just reading the sun, bitch. Got it good. Aries, somebody is a lying, dog-faced, pony soldier. And lies have consequences. Lies have consequences, good or bad. We are always told not to lie, but sometimes we end up telling a little white lie in the name of protecting someone we care about. It doesn't mean we should. But somebody here was just hella out of line as they were out of pocket. Straight talking some cash money shit. And then chickens is coming home to roost. Because I'm getting something. Because for those into the witchy boo-boo, somebody lied to get a coven or something to do their bidding. These practitioners, coven, cult, whatever, are aware now, like, hey, this fucker been lying the whole time. But then again, telling lies on a person is a form of witchcraft in itself via word magic. Somebody here tried to get a person falsely arrested, incarcerated, locked away forever. It was one of those, if I can't have them, nobody can. Or better yet, you either met someone, you found someone, like you met a person that you liked and you entered into a relationship with them. You interviewed for a better paying position and you got the job and you ended up resigning from your old one and so on down that line. It was just you moving on to something better, and somebody here pitched a fit like a toddler when you snatch a pacifier out of their mouth or take away their favorite toy. They got upset because you were leaving them behind, in a manner of speaking. So somebody here was really emotionally attached to somebody, but the thing is, the person doing the leaving and the moving on did not reciprocate that sentiment. Now, one of the things is when you are around earth angels, healers, medicine women, and things of that sort, it's natural to be drawn to their energy, but it's also important to understand that they cannot be with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and when it's time for them to move on, it's time for them to move on. But sometimes the energetic presence of that person, it's like a balm to an open wound. It's comforting. It's like it's bringing something they feel is missing in their life, and it just makes them feel better. But the thing is, they don't make you feel better, and it's about knowing where to draw the line. Because not only did somebody move on and move forward, they established a boundary with somebody boundaries benefited from you not having them. In other words, this person is an energy, psychic, and or emotional vampire. They could also have been draining your finances and so on down that line. Somebody here is just really vindictive. Insert distorted Libran energy here, right? Somebody here just, if they're not consumed by jealousy and envy, they're just really vindictive. They're happiness haters. So in addition to Libra placements, this could also be a Libra Scorpio cusper or a Virgo Libra cusper, and so on down that line. It could just really be anybody who has a distorted placement. Like they have a placement in that sign, but they're distorted. They're in distorted energy because they have an inner wound that they need to heal, and they're just not healing it. And it takes a lot of balls to heal, but a large part of healing requires you to look at yourself in the mirror and realize that sometimes you really are the problem and not others. And some people just are not ready for that level of accountability, responsibility, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes when you refuse to do your inner work in that capacity, it forces people to have to make a decision. And a lot of times it's a decision you're not going to like. But at the same time, the people making that decision are not obligated to take how you're going to feel into context. They're not. Everybody has their own obligations, whether it's family, their own household, this, that, and the third. It's a little narcissistic to expect yourself to be made the center of someone's universe when you haven't even communicated what it is that you are looking for from that person. Because there is a lot that can be solved by simple communication. If there's no communication, then you really have no business pitching a fit. If you want to work with a person specifically, you need to communicate interest in doing so. Trying to get a person kicked off their platform, shut their stuff down and stuff like that, that is not it. That is not it. Because you find the right ones, they're going to have the setup and they're going to have their lawyer come after you. If you lie to a practitioner to get someone to attack on their behalf and so on down that line, there's consequences there, because then the practitioner is going to turn right around and be like, bitch, the fuck? And they're going to blow smoke up your behind. So it's best to be honest about why you want a reading on a person, or you want a person to be attacked, because the minute they find out you are dog-faced lying is the minute you going to get your ass tore the fuck up. I mean, my thing is, there really are rules of engagement, and when you have a practitioner bind up a person in spirit as a preventative measure to avoid a prophecy, you technically dealt the first swing in the war. When you try to bind a person up and they have figured out what it is that you've done, they have the right to return that shit back to where it came from. Who are you to complain? In fact, you have no business complaining. let's be for real here. I would like to think we're all adults and not spoiled children, but it is what it is. Because by doing something as a preventative measure, you technically initiated a fight. But what these psychics are not going to tell you is that in order to avoid the prophecy from playing out, you need to leave those people alone. But some people are so deeply competitive and they just want to cover their bases. I can understand, but at the same time, when you are causing harm and damage to people and their families, this, that, and the third, it's only going to be a matter of time before somebody goes looking in spirit for what the root cause of the problem is. Is it a relative? Is it somebody, is it somebody I had a relationship with in the past? Is it somebody I'm dealing with now? I mean, it's only a matter of time before somebody puts their investigative hat on, their detective hat on, and gets to looking. I mean, there's a lot that could have been avoided. Because when I say a lot of karma can be avoided, a lot of karma can be avoided. And all you had to do was just leave people alone and let them be. And as for this other person that I have on radar, lying is a form of witchcraft. Filling out a false police report to get a person investigated and subsequently arrested, that's witchcraft too. Because from 2025, especially in 2026, there's going to be a lot of return to sender energy. I mean, you're either in the right or you are in the wrong. There's really no in between. And I've just suddenly started to grip my steering wheel really tight out of nowhere. So somebody here is just really, really mad. They've been found out. And so on down that line. And there's nothing that gets a narcissistic energy twitching. It is the truth coming to light. But my thing is this, you're either in the right or you're in the wrong. There's really no in between. There's no in between. You can fabricate evidence all day and night long. It's not going to change anything, and you're just adding tampering with evidence to the list of charges. Now, if there's 2 or more people involved, the people assigned to the case get to decide whether RICO laws have been violated or not. Gang stalking is an effort of 2 or more people. And usually, whether RICO laws apply or not is at the discretion of the investigators. Somebody here is looking at a RICO case, and you know what? All they had to do was leave somebody alone. This is why it is always important to have discernment and to check things out for yourself. Because if you're out here getting a person investigated and stuff like that, and it causes them things like job loss and stuff like that, that's not a good look for you, because it's just more to add to you. I mean, always double check your information. You would be amazed at the number of people who lie to get others to do their bidding. They'll tell some little sob story, this, that, and the third, and next thing you know, they've played on the heartstrings of so many. How dare you? they didn't do anything wrong, and next thing you know, 5 years plus down the line, karma is whipping the ass of everybody that got finagled into helping that narcissist out.